You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
The latest on those California wildfires. The death toll continues to rise and nearly 1,000 people are missing as those fires spread across the state.
Plus, we'll tell you how everyone managed to escape unscathed when a car plowed into a Florida pizza restaurant.
And if you shop online this holiday season, we'll tell you about some tips from Venice police to stay safe with those packages. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Hard to believe it's come to this porch pirates taking packages.
I would like to report I am about 75% finished with my holiday shopping.
On. Really?
Yeah.
November?
I'm a planner. I like to, not worry about things last minute. I'm getting a lot of packages delivered, so I'm going to have to listen to those tips from Venice Police.
I'm a Christmas Eve shopper myself.
I feel like that's pretty typical for men. You're not alone.
Let's check in with Josh Stone. You shop early, or are you a Christmas Eve guy like me?
I think I got to get on that. Yeah, I think Jess is setting an example for a lot of people. Yes. That's great. That's great. All right. Well, our current temperatures look like this: 69 Sarasota, 69 in Bradenton. Few clouds out there. But down in Venice, we have some fog and thick fog, and I checked the observations, and down towards Punta Gorda as well, we have some dense fog. If you're traveling, say, early this morning across Alligator Alley going towards Miami, there is a dense fog advisory, so you want to make sure you just slow it down on the roadway. As far as the radar goes, pretty quiet right now, but we could get a few showers that develop later on this morning and early this afternoon. Back to you.
Talk to you soon. 6:01 right now, checking first alert traffic. Some buildup on 301 in both directions around Samoset and around State Road 70, otherwise pretty clear. Farther south now, here's the scene in the northern half of Sarasota County. A little buildup east of the interstate, way out in eastern Sarasota County, westbound 72. And then our final map of the south, not much to report right now as of 6:01 on your Tuesday morning. A lot to report, though, out of Barcelona, where a landslide overnight caused a train derailment. It killed one person and injured at least 44 others. Here's some video for you. Rescue workers say there were over 130 passengers on board at the time of the derailment. That area has seen some heavy rain the past few days, causing flooding and landslides. We'll continue to follow this story throughout the morning as the situation there develops. Back in this country, forest officials keeping an eye on the weather in California as they hope for rain to fall there in the Golden State.
But as far as they wait for the rain to arrive, the death toll is rising and nearly 1,000 people are still missing. ABC's Marcus Moore has the latest from Paradise, California.
The staggering number 11 days after the fire broke out, nearly 1,000 still missing. Loved ones posting pictures and names outside the shelter. People like Julian Binstock and his dog Jack. Officials are optimistic they will track down many of the unaccounted for, but the wait is agonizing.
When you don't know, the grief is suspended, and people have said to me it's like treading water.
President Trump seeing that devastation firsthand over the weekend. After criticizing forest management in California, he cited a conversation he says he had with the president of Finland.
And they spend a lot of time on raking and cleaning and doing things, and they don't have any problem.
The Finnish president tonight responding, saying the two did talk about forest fires, but he doesn't recall discussing raking. And here in Paradise, where there is so much devastation, residents still have not been allowed to go back to their homes, and it's unclear when the evacuation order will be lifted. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Paradise, California.
Developing overnight in Chicago, investigators are trying to figure out what led to a deadly hospital shooting that killed 3 people, including a police officer. Police say the gunman entered Mercy Hospital around 3:15 and shot and killed a doctor that they were in a relationship with. That's when the gunman went inside, began to randomly open fire. Authorities arrived shortly after, and that's when the gunman started shooting at them.
There's no doubt in my mind that all those officers that responded were heroes, and they saved a lot of lives because we just don't know how much damage he was prepared to do.
Police say that gunman is now dead, but in that exchange of gunfire, 28-year-old officer Samuel Jimenez lost his life. The neighborhood and hospital staff are still trying to make sense of what happened. And in downtown Denver, 1 person is dead and 4 others are injured in another shooting. The 4 injured are in stable condition this morning. The circumstances surrounding the shooting remain under investigation and no arrests have been made. Police don't know if there was more than one shooter. Police also have not released a description of the suspect or suspects.
That Colorado man accused of killing his pregnant wife and 2 children will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Christopher Watt took a plea deal to avoid a possible death sentence. He killed his 34-year-old wife, Shannon, and their little girls, Bella and Celeste, and their unborn son. Shannon's mother spoke before the sentencing.
Our daughter Shannon loved you with all of her heart. Your children loved you to the moon and back. Shannon's family was her world. We loved you like a son. We trusted you. Your faithful wife trusted you. Your children adored you, and they also trusted you.
Again, Watts took a plea deal to avoid the death penalty.
Happening across Florida, more than 24 students are heading home from the hospital after coming down with a mysterious illness. 26 students and 1 adult were taken to the hospital after they started experiencing the same symptoms. That included lightheadedness and woozy feelings. Hazmat crews were called to the scene of Fort Lauderdale High School to help with the investigation, but found nothing.
It's very scary. You don't want to hear that there's any kind of lockdown at your kid's school. You think the worst immediately.
At the time, all of the affected students were inside of the school's gym. So far, drugs are being ruled out, but police say the area is contained and there is no threat to any other students.
In Tallahassee, a judge is refusing to allow the state's House to intervene in a medical marijuana lawsuit. The judge says the Republican-dominated legislature should sue the federal government if lawmakers are unhappy that he struck down a pot-related statute as unconstitutional. Flora Grown, it's a company, is challenging a state law passed during a special session last year aimed at implementing a voter-approved constitutional amendment legalizing the use of medical marijuana.
Step over all of this political noise. Just do what the amendment says you should do. Make medical marijuana safe and available to the citizens of Florida that need it.
The judge ruled last month that the law, which capped the number of medical marijuana licenses the state can approve, was unconstitutional and ordered the state to begin registering other medical marijuana firms to do business in the state.
Caught on camera, amazingly, no one was seriously hurt Sunday when a car jumped a curb and plowed into the front of a pizza restaurant in Lake City. Take a look at this. Authorities say the driver jumped the curb and was unable to stop. Troopers say the driver of this Kia Sorento was trying to park in a parking spot. You can see a girl get taken to the ground after it went through the glass.
As soon as I was like, can I get a $5 pizza, like it was just like a big loud bang, glass was everywhere. I didn't know what was going on behind me. I just like ran to the corner.
The store's owner says this is the second time in 3 months that someone has crashed into one of their stores in Lake City. Both times everyone walked away without being seriously hurt. For the latest on what's going on around the country and right here at home, of course, your up-to-the-minute forecast. Head over to our app. You can find it in the App Store under WWSB or My Suncoast.
An update now on construction of that new Venice Public Library. This week, staff will begin to transfer the library collection, computers and equipment from the Hamilton building to the new library. The Hamilton building will be closed through Monday. It'll reopen Tuesday before permanently closing on December 8th. And the new library is set to open on December 15th.
In consumer news, as the holiday season approaches, Venice police are warning people to protect their belongings from package thieves. They say there are a few ways to protect yourself from becoming a victim. First, don't leave packages on the porch for very long. Try to be home when they're being delivered or get a neighbor to take them inside. Next, have your mail held at the post office if you will be out of town. Third, use secure delivery options like registered mail. And finally, try having packages delivered somewhere else, like your workplace, the post office, or a UPS or FedEx store. And due to construction and safety concerns with the ongoing downtown Venice beautification project, the 2018 holiday parade route set for this Saturday will change slightly. It will be diverted to Tampa Avenue for 2 blocks between Harvard Drive and Nokomis Avenue. The rest of the parade route will not change. Pre-parade entertainment will stay at the corner of Harbor Drive and West Venice Avenue starting at 5:30 on Saturday.
And happening today in Venice, a heads up for dog owners. The dog park at Brohard Beach will be closed for maintenance. Crews are going to install a shell walkway between the parking lot and the beach. So the dog beach should reopen again tomorrow. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, and the winner is the finale of Dancing with the Stars' 27th season. Did not disappoint. We'll tell you who's sashayed away with the coveted mirror ball trophy.
Can't wait for that story. And coming up a little later in the hour at 6:30, we'll tell you why the solution to ongoing red tide could be done naturally through shellfish.
6:09 right now on this Tuesday morning, holiday week, all important forecast. Lots of folks are coming to the area. And Josh, what will they see when they get here?
Well, at least if they're coming in today, we're going to run into some cloud cover at least most of the day. And then by later on this afternoon, those clouds start to thin out as dry air comes down from the north. As far as highs go, they'll embrace that if they're coming from the north because it's pretty chilly up to the north. Talking about temperatures right now in the 20s in some locations. But for us, upper 70s and low 80s. We'll have the 7-day outlook when we return in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Happy Honda Days are here, and you're gonna like the holiday clearance savings. Save on the Accord, on sale for just $249 a month. That's the North American car of the year for less than the competition. Our most impressive Honda ever, on clearance for only $249 a month, loaded with more options, including a turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing. Do not miss these Honda clearance savings this week at your local Honda dealer.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Experience true automotive luxury at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
As smart as our pets might be, they can't advocate for themselves. That's why it's important you make your pet part of your family's disaster preparedness plan. Talk to your veterinarian and visit banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. Don't save it for a rainy day.
Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today on this Tuesday morning, and we're looking at our radar. And there's no activity on it right now, but we could have a few showers that develop later on this morning and early this afternoon. Those will be light, those will be isolated and very short-lived. But as far as steadier rainfall goes, maybe towards Ocala or Gainesville if you're heading up in that direction. Our current temperatures look like this: 69 here in Sarasota, a few clouds out there, dew point at 68. So some areas experiencing some fog, actually, and earlier this morning we had some reports around Punta Gorda and Venice of some patchy fog that was on the denser side. But if you are going down 75 and maybe cutting across Alligator Alley, we could run into kind of a wall of fog because some areas are under a dense fog advisory. This is for Highlands County and Glades County, but that does stretch over towards Alligator Alley. So if you're heading in that direction, just slow it down on the roadways for this Tuesday morning. Well, what's the story here? We have mid to upper level moisture above us. That's bringing us to cloud cover. Behind this moisture, well, you see that tan color. That's dry air. That's eventually going to be coming in behind this system. That could spark a few showers for our area, some steadier, heavier showers to the north. But once this system exits the area, then we're going to have that dry air come in from the north, and that's going to help bring us lots of sunshine for our Wednesday and for Thanksgiving on Thursday, and also for Friday as well. We'll have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Then another system will get going. Hasn't really developed yet, but that will be coming our way over the weekend to bring us some more showers and even possible rumbles of thunder. What's happening up to our north is they're dealing with some snow coming down here in New England, making traveling messy on this Tuesday morning. Accumulating snow in some spots, 3 to 5 inches of snowfall for them. For us, no snow obviously in our forecast here in Florida, but a few showers are depicted on our futurecast for later this morning and this afternoon as this kind of a weak cold front tracks in from the northwest and starts to wrap up. As far as the futurecast goes on the national picture, well, we have a system that comes in, as we discussed, on Saturday to bring us some showers and thunderstorms for our area. But out towards the west, some heavier snow develops here around the Rocky Mountain region, and this really starts to ramp up here in the northern plains by next Monday morning. So heavier snow coming down in Wisconsin and Minnesota, and on the front side of the system where it's warm, we're looking at some heavy rainfall that could disrupt travel situations as we get into Monday. Also Monday night, again, lake effect snow starts to kick in the Great Lakes. Nothing to show you here on the tropics, so everything is very quiet in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and Gulf of Mexico. A beautiful turkey day for us on Thursday, upper 70s, that's average. And then there you go. For the weekend, showers, maybe some thunderstorms, kind of lingering into Monday. And then as we get into Tuesday, that's when we'll dry back out. We'll have mostly sunny skies. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Josh. Taking a look now at first alert traffic in Manatee County. You're seeing your usual buildup on US 301 as you head southbound. In the northern half of Sarasota County, you're seeing some delays on Fruitville Road if you're heading eastbound toward the interstate. Other than that, things are running pretty smoothly. And in the southern half of Sarasota County, just some slight delays on State Road 72 if you are heading westbound. But other than that, nothing major to report at 6:17 on your Tuesday morning. In entertainment news, superstar Taylor Swift gets a new record label.
And the Rolling Stones announced a new tour that includes South Florida. Jason Nathanson has today's Showbiz Wrap.
A big honor for one of the most successful rappers in the game, Snoop Dogg, now is a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Dr. Dre on hand for the ceremony, Jimmy Kimmel also in the house.
Snoop, you were an inspiration to so many boys and girls who smoke weed all day.
Snoop thanked them, his wife, his fans, and God, and also,
I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.
This week marks the 25th anniversary of Snoop's debut album, Doggy Style. A big change for Taylor Swift. For the first time since she was 15, she has a new record label. Swift became a star as an artist with Big Machine, which signed her 14 years ago. Now she's moving to Republic Records, a division of Universal Music Group. She says she'll be able to own her own master recordings going forward. The Rolling Stones are starting up a new trek of North America, bringing their No Filter tour to the States after a successful run overseas, hitting 13 cities next year starting in April. Tickets go on sale a week from Friday. Congratulations to This Is Us star Mandy Moore. She married musician Taylor Goldsmith over the weekend. It's Moore's second marriage. And a couple of big-time rappers with birthdays today. A Tribe Called Quest's Q-Tip turning 49, while Mike D from the Beastie Boys is 53. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A big change in tone to the next White House Correspondents' Dinner. Traditionally, the press corps brings in a comedian to roast the president, but last year got a bit out of hand. So instead, politician, or I should say, political historian and author Ron Chernow will speak instead. The association asked him to make the case for the First Amendment, and he says he's happy to do so. That dinner is April 27th.
And Dancing with the Stars has a new champion. Last night, season 27's final four couples faced off for the final time to try and take home the coveted Mirror Ball trophy. In the end, radio personality Bobby Bones and his partner Sharna Burgess dazzled the judges and fans just enough to be named the winners, but there's no rest for the winning couple. Right now, they're getting ready in New York City along with all of the finalists for a special appearance on Good Morning America, so make sure you don't miss that coming up after Good Morning Suncoast. I guess I won't be able to listen to Bobby Bones on the radio this morning. I guess he's not going to be there. He's busy on to bigger and better things now with his championship.
Half the newsroom's never heard of Bobby Bones.
But the better half has heard of Bobby Bones.
Fair enough.
And Ray's not on my team.
Not in that one, no.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you about a new controversy brewing in Washington surrounding the use of a personal email account for government business involving the president's daughter, Ivanka Trump.
And next half hour, a new era begins today for Northport Police. They're going to try out body cameras. Sarasota police have the cameras, but City Hall has banned their use. A closer look as to why.
Now we're taking a live look at the White House this morning. Chilly, much chillier there than it is here.
6:21 right now. More news on the way on Good Morning Suncoast.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Our accolades are great. Just wait until you see our prices. Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Thank you. What are you doing?
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs, join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Welcome back. There's a new controversy brewing in Washington surrounding the use of a personal email account for government business.
This time it involves the president's daughter, Ivanka Trump. ABC's Candace Gibson has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Ivanka Trump under fire, accused of doing exactly what her own father campaigned against, using a private email account to conduct government business.
Crooked Hillary Clinton bleached and deleted 33,000 emails after a congressional subpoena.
According to the Washington Post, the first daughter and senior advisor to the president used a personal account last year to send hundreds of emails to White House aides, cabinet officials, and her assistants. Much of the correspondence potentially in violation of federal record rules. Overnight, Trump's legal team releasing a statement saying while transitioning into government, Ms. Trump sometimes used her private account, almost always for logistics and scheduling concerning her family. And Cecilia Vega will have a live report from the White House at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look. I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
As a homestead caregiver, for everything that I give, I get so much in return. Join our family of homestead caregivers and help make a world of difference. Homestead Senior Care. Apply today.
I'm missing out on our family outings because I can't find a bladder leakage product that fits. Everything was too loose. But Depend Fit Flex feels tailored to me.
With a range of sizes for all body types, Depend Fit Flex underwear is guaranteed to be your best fit.
Don't let cracked skin tell you what to wear. New Aveeno Cracked Skin Cica Ointment with shea butter and triple oat complex for fast relief and a protective barrier for lasting relief. Wear what you love. Aveeno.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's a brand given life by craftsmen with seductive Italian styling. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stelvio.
Get yours at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts. Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up, Northport Police plan to start testing out body cameras on officers. So why is Sarasota Police's plan still on hold?
Plus, more coyotes spotted in Sarasota. Right there, we'll have the latest on warnings that experts are giving those who spot one.
And the struggle with red tide on the Suncoast continues. We'll tell you about a method environmentalists say could be used to fight back. Those stories plus your first alert forecast coming up this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Welcome back, everyone. It's 6:30. The sun is up now.
Yes.
On Good Morning Suncoast, I'm Jess Dowdrick.
And I'm Ray Collins. Josh Stone is in again today for an ailing John Scalzi, who really had a bad cold late last week.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be back tomorrow, but we'll see. I call him the Godfather because actually I was teasing him yesterday, said that he sounds more like Darth Vader than Godfather, but anyway.
Then he can say it.
You can. 69 degrees right now here in Sarasota, 69 in Bradenton. There's some fog being reported over here in Venice. In fact, there's a dense fog advisory issued by the National Weather Service until 9 a.m. here in Glades, Henry, and Collier County down to our south. But if you're going south, maybe tracking across Alligator Alley towards Miami, you may run into some thicker fog and some limited visibility, so look out for that. More on your forecast coming up in a little bit. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Josh. Checking first alert traffic now. Here's the scene in Manatee County. Some buildup on 64 on either side of I-75. Be aware of that. Also State Road 70 in the eastbound lane around Lockwood Ridge. Farther south, not much to report so far in that section of Sarasota County. And then South County, just some buildup, little blips here and there on 41 in both directions in the South County area. Breaking news out of Barcelona, Spain, where a landslide overnight caused a train derailment, killing at least one person and injuring at least 44 others. Rescue workers say there were 130 passengers on board that train when it derailed. That area has seen some heavy rain the past few days, causing flooding and landslides. We'll follow the story and have more on ABC 7 and on mysuncoast.com.
A new era begins today, at least temporarily, for Northport Police. They'll try out body cameras.
Now, Sarasota Police have similar body cameras, but they're on the shelf now for several years. What's going on there? Marla Spence has a story now live in our studio. Marla?
Jess and Ray, the Sarasota Police Department first received body cameras in 2015, but they still haven't used them. Meanwhile, just south, Northport Police Department is moving forward with the use of body cameras starting today. For the next 30 days, selected officers with the Northport Police Department will start training and evaluating on how to use body cameras, but this is a trial test. After the evaluation and training, the department will then take results to City Commission to discuss the cost and effectiveness of the cameras. If all goes well, commissioners would then approve the cameras for all road patrol officers, the cameras costing up to $230,000 a year. Northport Deputy Chief Chris Morales tells us cameras help with transparency, but he also recognizes the concerns that come with officers wearing cameras.
You know, with certain laws and public records laws and privacy issues, there are some of those concerns that they're going to be on a case-by-case basis, and I'm sure there's going to be challenges as there are going right now with body-worn cameras footage. But the overall value of the body-worn cameras and capturing what is occurring from beginning to end is priceless.
Just like Northport Police Department, Sarasota Police Department has their own concerns when it comes to using body cameras. Right now, 24 cameras sit on shelves at the Sarasota Police Department since 2015. City commissioners approved the body cameras, but shortly after that, the Sarasota Police Department was sued following a public records request. Just this past summer, city commissioners approved to put $250,000 aside for a future body camera program, and the police department may not be getting cameras very soon, but they are planning to purchase 6 in-car cameras to go along with 11 that are already in cop cars. Jess and Ray?
All right, thank you, Marla. Also in Northport, new details in a death investigation where police were called to a home in the Grand Paradiso development over the weekend. That's where they found 76-year-old Barbara Jones, who had been injured after a fall. She was taken to the hospital where she later died of her injuries. At the time of the fall, police say she was taking care of her ailing husband, 77-year-old Robert Jones. Investigators say the victim's husband pushed her down while he was receiving care.
Right now, our goal is to piece everything together, get all of those details together, and then what will likely happen here is we'll provide that to the state attorney's office, and they'll make that determination on whether charges will be needed going forward. The gentleman involved is still in the hospital, so he's accounted for. You know, I mean, he has health issues, so this unfortunate for everyone involved. But we'll just continue to put everything together. A little bit difficult, but you know, it's possible it was just an accident or not.
Police say an autopsy could happen as early as this week. And an update on another investigation in Manatee County where deputies have identified the man shot and killed in Bradenton late Saturday. Deputies say 22-year-old Brian Pittman was found dead in a car on 17th Street East. Witnesses say they heard gunshots, then saw a vehicle crash into a ditch. A passenger in the car then ran off. Deputies searched the area but were not able to find them. Anyone with more information on the case is asked to call the Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
A Sarasota race car driver will be laid to rest this morning. 24-year-old Katerina Mahler was killed last week at Sebring International Raceway. Investigators say she was driving a jet-propelled dragster when she hit a timing device on the track and crashed. Friends and family held a celebration last night at Epiphany Cathedral in Venice. This morning's burial is set for 11 a.m. at Sarasota Memorial Park.
Caught on camera, more and more coyote sightings are being reported on the streets of one Sarasota neighborhood. A coyote has been spotted by residents around the Arlington Street and Orange Avenue area this week. It's just blocks away from the downtown area. Some people who live there sent us video and photos of the coyote. Experts say to be extra careful around these animals, especially with your dog or cat.
It's pretty neat. I mean, he's kind of hanging around across the street. The cameras picked him up crossing along the sidewalk. He doesn't seem to bother anyone. Obviously, be cautious.
Neighbors have contacted FWC and the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office and were told that unless the coyote becomes a nuisance, they typically just leave them alone.
Environmentalists say there may be a natural way to fight red tide. After a season where red tide has killed tons of sea life and cost businesses millions of dollars, part of the solution may be in shellfish. More than 3,600 pounds of clams from Pine Island near Cape Coral down in Fort Myers are now sitting in Sarasota Bay and are filtering the water. Volunteers with Sarasota Bay Watch released its 5th set of clams this past weekend to help clean the water. They may also benefit the water quality by reducing levels of red tide. But there is a downside to this method. Because the clams and oysters filter out the harmful algae toxins from the red tide, the algae bloom may accumulate in their tissue and make recreationally harvested shellfish, therefore, unsafe to eat.
The more clams you have, the more red tide they could feed on and hopefully, like I say, make the effects of red tide a little bit less.
Right now, the clams in Sarasota Bay come from a clam farm, but environmentalists plan to distribute 250,000 clams in the bay by the end of the year and continue next year as well. For all of our red tide coverage and your most asked questions, check out our stories online at mysuncoast.com and then click on the red tide section.
A much-needed emergency renourishment of Lido Beach is finally underway. Almost 200,000 cubic yards of sand is being dredged from New Pass and pumped onto Lido for a temporary fix to the beach erosion issue. It is a nearly $4 million project. The plan is to have the long-term fix of dredging hundreds of thousands of cubic yards from Big Pass by next fall. But that project still has to get through some legal hurdles. Residents and visitors are thrilled to see Lido Beach being repaired.
I'm very happy they're doing something and saving this wonderful beach because it's a wonderful place to come on holiday.
Not only is it for the residents out here in Lido, but this is the last public beach the city of Sarasota has, and the economics benefit the city as well as the county.
The Lido Beach Renourishment Project is expected to be finished by February.
And happening today, All Faiths Food Bank is going to pass out perhaps a record 7,000 turkeys to families in need. The Community Foundation of Sarasota County gave the food bank a $35,000 grant this year, so the food bank will pass out turkey dinners. The largest distribution is today from 11 until 2 at Roberts Arena on Fruitville Road in Sarasota. All Faiths also provides turkeys for families in need in Manatee and DeSoto counties as well. Still heading Good Morning Suncoast, a new warning for parents will tell you about the importance of not giving younger children honey.
And we'll tell you why President Trump may not be sitting down with special counsel Robert Mueller in person.
6:39 right now on this Tuesday morning, 20th day of the month, holiday week. Pretty pastel sunrise out there right now.
Absolutely beautiful. I love watching the sunrise here on Good Morning Suncoast. For what your forecast looks like for the day, let's head over to Josh Stone.
Yeah, you see that shot there with the mid to upper level cloud cover, and then we're going to have most of that throughout the day with cloudy skies, then becoming partly sunny to mostly sunny later on this afternoon as dry air comes down from the north and erodes the cloud deck. Small chance for light shower activity today, but highs today will be in the upper 70s and low 80s. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
My grandpa was always telling me about it. But the civil rights thing happened like a million years ago. Still, he thought it was important that I know what it was like. So we followed the civil rights trail to Alabama. We saw Dr. King's church, the bridge in Selma, the church in Birmingham, and I finally knew what he was talking about. Some things you just have to experience for yourself.
Start your civil rights journey at alabama.travel.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
No need to wait. Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Like KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica for just $22,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
Everybody can make something because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Army National Guard soldiers serve to give back to their country and their community. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for benefits such as health and life insurance, education benefits, and retirement and VA home loan benefits. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Well, good Tuesday morning to you. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today. And looking at the radar, it's quiet right now. Later on this morning and this afternoon, we could have a few showers that develop. There's a cold front that's slowly tracking across the Gulf of Mexico. Could produce some steadier shower activity up towards Ocala and Gainesville if you're heading up in that direction. For us today, just a hit or miss shower, and that's about it. But that will be isolated and probably develop later on this morning or this afternoon. then things start to wrap up by this evening as we have dry air coming down from the north. Right now it's 68 here in Sarasota, 71 in Venice, 70 in Inglewood, 68 in Northport. So upper 60s and lower 70s at this hour. The National Weather Service has issued a dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. for Glades, Henry, and Collier County. If you're heading in that direction, going eastbound or maybe south, cross Alligator Alley, may run into some limited visibilities on the road, so slow it down on your morning commute on this Tuesday. So the mid to upper level moisture is present on this water vapor imagery graphic. Shows up in light blue here, associated with this system that's slowly moving across towards the state of Florida. And then dry air shows up in tan, and that's behind the system. That's going to filter in once this front swings on by tonight. And then for tomorrow, we should have plenty of sunshine in our forecast. Here's the steadier rainfall here around the Panhandle and tracking towards the northern tier of Florida. For us, though, like I said, just a hit or miss shower for our forecast today. So mostly cloudy skies in our forecast. Then by this afternoon, the clouds should start to thin out with that dry air eroding the cloud deck. Up here to the north, though, especially New England, well, we have some snow coming down and accumulating snow, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches in some spots here, making their commute on this Tuesday a little messy. For us, no snow in our forecast, just some light showers. Shows here on the Futurecast, hit or miss light showers today, later this morning and this afternoon. You can see that cloud deck starts to erode away with the dry air coming in place behind this system that's tracking down from the north today. But putting the Futurecast in motion on the national picture, as we go through this upcoming weekend, some shower and even some thunderstorm activity roll into the Suncoast. Up to the north, though, well, they're going to prepare here, especially in the northern plains, some snow, accumulating snow here in Wisconsin and northern Illinois. Also in Michigan, wet weather will eventually become snow with a lake effect machine kicking in next Monday. So issues there for traveling if you're flying out of the Suncoast on Monday, or people coming from up north down to the Suncoast for Monday. As far as the forecast for Thanksgiving, upper 70s, lots of sunshine, but for upcoming weekend, though, looks like we'll have clouds, showers, and maybe some rumbles of thunder. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Josh. Taking a look now at first alert traffic. You're seeing some buildup in the city of Palmetto as you're heading northbound away from the city. Also, your usual delays on US 301 in both directions. Also, State Road 70 in both directions on either side of US 301. And in the northern half of Sarasota County, you're seeing some delays on Fruitville Road as you head eastbound toward the interstate. Also on US 41 as you head northbound near Beech Ridge Road. And in the southern half of Sarasota County, you're seeing some delays out there near Arcadia. But other than that, there's nothing major to report at 6:46 on your Tuesday morning. In HealthSmart, Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi has amended her suit in state court against opioid manufacturers.
Yeah, she's now naming Walgreens and CVS as additional defendants. Bondi alleges that Walgreens and CVS were major opioid distributors in Florida and failed to stop suspicious orders. Bondi says both drugstore chains filled prescriptions for unreasonable quantities of opioids. Walgreens wouldn't comment. CVS said the suit is without merit.
And the FDA is reminding parents not to give honey to babies younger than a year old, including pacifiers filled with or dipped in honey. 4 infants have been hospitalized with botulism in Texas after using pacifiers with honey inside. Botulism is a rare but serious illness caused by a toxin that attacks the body's nerves and causes difficulty breathing, muscle paralysis, and even death. New developments out of Washington now, where President Trump is signaling that he will not sit down with special counsel Robert Mueller.
As ABC's Jonathan Karl tells us, the president calls the ongoing Russia investigation a witch hunt and an expensive waste of time.
President Trump is now making it clear he is almost certainly not going to do an in-person interview with special counsel Robert Mueller.
I think we've wasted enough time on this witch hunt, and the answer is probably we're finished.
That's not what the president told me last year.
Would you be willing to speak under oath to give your version of
100%.
The Mueller investigation is overseen by new acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker, who, before he joined the Justice Department, was openly critical of the special counsel.
The truth is, there was no collusion with the Russians in the Trump campaign.
Did you know, before you appointed him, that he had that record and was so critical of Robert Mueller?
I did not know that.
The president now says Whitaker has the authority to do whatever he wants.
If Whitaker decides in any way to limit or curtail the Mueller investigation, are you okay with that?
Look, it's going to be up to him. I think he's very well aware politically.
But you won't overrule him if he decides to curtail.
I would not get involved.
3 Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee have filed a lawsuit asking a federal judge to remove Matt Whitaker as the acting attorney general. They argue that his appointment was not constitutional because he was not confirmed by the Senate. Jonathan Karl, ABC News, the White House.
As mentioned, 3 Democratic senators are filing a lawsuit challenging the appointment of Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker. The suit was filed in U.S. District Court by Senators Richard Blumenthal, Sheldon Whitehouse, and Mazie Hirono. It ramps up the legal battle to have Whitaker's appointment declared unconstitutional. President Trump appointed Whitaker Acting Attorney General after firing Attorney General Jeff Sessions following the midterm elections. The Senate Democrats' lawsuit argues the appointment violates the Constitution's requirement that high-level federal appointees be confirmed by the Senate.
Happening today, the CIA is expected to release their full report on the murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Although sources say the agency believes the Saudi crown prince ordered the killing, President Trump is backing off that conclusion. Saudi officials admit Khashoggi's death was premeditated, but deny the crown prince was part of the plan. There he goes into the embassy there. Meantime, Germany says it will ban 18 Saudis suspected of being part of the crime from entering their country. The White House did announce sanctions against several Saudi officials last week, but the prince was not one of them. Up next, your day's top 7 headlines before 7 a.m. But first, let's take a peek at Washington, D.C. right now.
The sun is up now. It's surprisingly about almost 50 degrees there this morning. I would think it'd be a little colder.
Yeah, it looks cold. Overcast skies. We'll have local forecast and more news straight ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Get more for your money during the Subaru Share the Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Now, lease a new Subaru Impreza for just $145 a month or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Investigate TV tackles the tough topics.
What happened to my life was awful.
When your health is compromised, we investigate.
They are really drug dealers in white coats.
Corporate greed exposed.
How do you trust them to run this program?
The powerful held accountable with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. We're your watchdog. Search Investigate TV on your Roku device. Download it now.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Find out first at 4 with ABC 7 News at 4. First Alert weather, breaking news, live updates, traffic hotspots, all at a new, more convenient time. Find out first at 4, weekdays on ABC 7.
Welcome back. Here are the top 7 things you need to know before you head out the door at 7 o'clock.
Number 1 is Josh Jones' First Alert weather forecast.
All right, thanks so much. Mostly cloudy skies in our forecast today, becoming partly sunny and then mostly sunny later on today with a slight chance for shower activity. A mild Thanksgiving on tap for us. And then we're going to have a wet weekend in store in the next few days. Back to you.
All right, number 2, First Alert traffic. So far, so good. A little lighter load this week. Some people are taking the days off from work due to the Thanksgiving holidays, so not too bad. Just take it slowly as you head out the door this morning.
Number 3, environmentalists say there may be a natural way to fight red tide. It turns out part of the solution may be in shellfish. More than 3,600 pounds of clams from Pine Island are now sitting in Sarasota Bay, filtering the water. Environmentalists plan to distribute 250,000 more clams in the bay by the end of the year.
Number 4, more direct flights are coming to Sarasota. United Airlines will temporarily add a flight to Denver during spring break. Allegiant added several direct flights just last week out of Sarasota.
Number 5, the Sarasota woman who died in a drag racing accident is being laid to rest today. 24-year-old Katarina Muller was killed last week at Sebring International Raceway. A celebration of life was held at Epiphany Cathedral in Venice last night.
Number 6, the new Venice Library will open on December 15th. Today, staff will start bringing books over from the interim facility. The old library was knocked down due to mold.
Finally, number 7, what's trending? If you can't decide whether to bring a side dish or a dessert to Thanksgiving dinner, now you can bring both rolled into one. Portland ice cream brand Salt and Straw is out of the collection of Thanksgiving-themed ice cream flavors. Those flavors include roasted cranberry sauce, sweet potato casserole with maple pecans, and spiced goat cheese and pumpkin pie. They even toyed with savory themes, including one flavor called salted caramel Thanksgiving turkey. Do they ship here? Question 1.
Wow.
And what do you guys think of this?
I'd stick with no. I have a better question for you to ask, though.
Okay.
Cranberry sauce, yes or no?
Do I eat it?
Do you have cranberry sauce or gel with your turkey?
I do not personally.
Do you?
No, I take it straight.
Takes it straight.
Outnumbered here. Hey, enjoy that pastel sunrise. Thanks for watching Good Morning Suncoast.
Good Morning America's coming up right next.